Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I am consistently booking between 5 and 6 qualified sales appointments every single week. And when I say qualified, I mean with businesses that are earning between $500K to $1 million a year. And it's just a case of getting them on the phone and trying to figure out if the solution that we offer is going to actually help them achieve their goals. Now, what I'm about to share with you in this video is going to help you if you are selling a service or if you are selling a product. But I want to make it very clear that even if you implement everything I share with you today step by step, it's not going to work overnight. You have to be very patient. But once you have the ball rolling and you build momentum, you're going to see the results. So just be patient, implement everything that I tell you today, and you'll be able to consistently book 5 to 6, maybe even more sales appointments every single week, depending on how you scale this thing. And if you stick around until the end, I'm going to show you the one video that I've been using that has allowed me to consistently book these appointments with highly qualified prospects in the technology and financial space. But just before I get started, please do me a really big favor. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like this video because it really helps me with the algorithm, and it will also allow me to put this video in front of people that need help just like you. So I'm going to share with you 7 ways that I've been able to consistently book 5 or 6 sales appointments or sales meetings every single week. Like I've already said, this will work for you whether you're selling a product, whether you're selling a service, whether you are online, whether you are offline, as long as your goal is to generate high quality leads and generate booked appointments. There's no reason why you can't also replicate my results. The first way for you to book meetings in your calendar consistently is through outbound prospecting. Now, you're probably doing this yourself if you are a one-person business, or if you have a team already, you have other people doing that for you. When I first started my business, I didn't even know how to hire and train someone else to do the work. And to be quite frank with you, I didn't have a working system in place to even be able to do that. So I would just be paying someone to be making the mistakes I was already making. So it's very important that you first figure out what kind of messaging sequences work, okay? What kind of emails are working, what kind of direct messages are working to get someone from total stranger to booking that appointment. And once you've figured out that system, you can actually then outsource the work to virtual assistants, right? Which is step 2 in this process. So you can find virtual assistants online. You can go to Upwork. You can hire virtual assistants from anywhere in the world. I find some of the best ones come from the Philippines. And because you've already got a working system already, it means that you can train them to do the work that you would be doing, and you'd be paying them just a few dollars an hour. So it means that you can invest your time into actually building your business and, being the decision maker, actually being the CEO in your business rather than someone that's just sending messages all day long. Some people prefer to automate this process. I would avoid doing that, to be honest with you, because it means that you could potentially get banned or your accounts could get restricted. So instead of, risking that, why wouldn't you just hire someone for, $4 or $5 an hour? The next step up from there is to hire commission-only sales reps. So these are basically people that will work for free for a short amount of time, let's say a 2 or a 4-week trial. And if they perform well, you promise to give them a base, and they can earn commissions during that trial period as well as once they come on and work for you full-time or part-time, depending on how you negotiate that role. So one of the reasons why this works so well is that because you can hire a large amount of commission-only sales reps, and just by nature, like the nature of evolution or the nature of competition, a lot of those people aren't going to be a good fit. So if you hire 10, for example, that means you've got 10 people sending messages for 2 or 3 weeks, and maybe only 2 or 3 of them will be superstars. And so this is how you cut them down, and you can hire those 2 or 3 superstars to help you build your business. And that means that you've got VAs or virtual assistants doing the appointment setting for you, as well as some commission-only sales reps who will eventually be paid a base once they have shown or proven that they can do the job. So you've got your outbound messaging going, you've got virtual assistants, you've got commission-only sales reps. You're no longer doing the work, you've got a massive volume of messages going out. Each one of these people should be sending between 100 to 200 messages every day. And ideally, you're going to have at least 1 virtual assistant and 1 commission-only sales rep. So you can assume that you're hitting about 400 people every single day, getting your business in front of 400 people each day. Now, if you wanted to increase that volume, you can add in email automation. I use a software called Instantly to send between 300 to 500 emails every single day. You want to be very careful when you set this up. Make sure you know what you're doing, because you don't want to get your own business domain flagged. What you will want to be doing is setting up multiple domains and then sending emails from those domains. And if someone types in the other domain, it just redirects them to your website. Something that I found to be super important, but a lot of people underestimate it, is content. Now, you don't have to create content while you're on camera, but if you are the face of your brand, or if you're a new business owner, you don't really have much of a choice. So get in front of the camera, start posting content on YouTube, post content on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, you name it, wherever your target audience is, and start talking about your service. Start creating value posts. Start talking about the transformation that you've been able to achieve using your product or service that you're trying to sell. One of the great things about video content is that it's going to differentiate you from most people. Most people don't like creating video content, myself included. But if you want to grow your business, you're going to have to get past that and start being in front of the camera. Another thing you should consider when creating video content is making sure you're hosting it on the right platforms. So put everything in long form, upload it to YouTube, and then clip everything down into short reels or vertical videos so that you can publish them across Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and any other social media platform you can think of. Content's going to allow you to build a lot of trust and authority in the market, and you'll find that people will actually just buy from you even if you don't have the best product or service. It's just because they align with you or they like you. Another benefit to creating content is that you can build an audience, and then you can start monetizing that audience to create multiple income streams in your business. So for example, if you're just selling one product or service to one audience segment now, you can create a new product or a new service to sell to a second audience segment, and this means that you're going to be able to increase your monthly recurring revenue very quickly. And the best thing about it is that you don't have to worry about outbound prospecting or paid ads because you've already got the audience. And so speaking of ads, you can actually run retargeting ads and display your business in front of everyone that has interacted with your content. And you can do that at a fraction of the cost than what you would pay if you were spending money for cold traffic. So for example, you might spend $40 CPM or $40 to put your ad in front of 1,000 people if it's cold traffic. But if you create retargeting ads, you might only spend 40 cents to put your ad in front of 1,000 people. So this is why I always recommend you create as much content as possible, because you're able to build an audience, you can monetize it that way, and you can lower your cost per acquisition. Now, I promised at the very beginning of this video that if you stuck around until the end, I would show you the one video I'm using that is allowing me to consistently book meetings with highly qualified prospects in the technology and financial space. So what I've done here is I've created a 10-minute long video sales letter using Loom, and I'm using that as part of my outbound messaging sequence. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm starting new conversations with potential prospects, and I'm offering them some kind of value. Now, obviously I'm not doing this myself. I've got virtual assistants and commission-only sales reps that are doing this for me. But it makes their life so much easier because all they have to do when having a conversation with a potential prospect is give them the opportunity to watch this video. They're not trying to sell anything. They're not trying to pitch anything. They're simply offering value. And when the prospect watches that video, they're invited to book a call with me and my team. One of the great things about doing this is that that video explains our process and what we do. So if they book a call with me or with my team, they have much more buyer intent. And I know that if we don't close the sale, it's usually a sales problem rather than a marketing problem, which is a good thing to know if you think about it. So that's how I'm able to consistently book 5 to 6 meetings every single week. The way I see it is that the world is moving into one where the people with an audience, with a brand, those are the ones that are going to be making the real cash, the real money moving forward. And if you don't have a brand in the next 2 or 3 years, it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to grow your business. You're going to have to pay people that already have a brand so that you can leverage their audience. So start now, start building a personal brand, build a brand for your business so that you don't get caught up in all the craziness that's about to happen in the future. And seriously, guys, if you don't believe that the world's going to change in the next 5 to 10 years, I don't know what to tell you. But that's a topic for another video. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.